welcome back to my channel. I am back for another makeup review. I am so excited that I actually got the Dragun Beauty PR box as soon as it was announced on social media. I literally just got it this morning and I'm filming with it right now. I'm uploading it ASAP so you guys will get to know the tea, everything about the product, if it's worth it. This is the palette right here. It's the brand new face palette. I do have to say that this packaging is just like so pretty. It really stands out for your makeup collection. I'm also testing out the other two products that's already in her makeup line in this video as well. So if you guys want to know all the tea about Dragun Beauty, please keep watching. So let's get started. I literally just moisturized my skin, so we have nothing on at the moment. So we're going to start off with primer first. I'm going to go in with the Farsáli Skintune. I haven't used this in a while. Just put a bit on my nose. My skin has now gone from like a normal to dry to now I'm normal to slightly oilier now. My oils are coming back, guys. So hopefully you guys see it instantly kind of mattified my T-zone area. So because we're testing Dragun Beauty today, I'm going to go in with the Dragunfire Skin Perfecting Potion. I've been getting a lot of discoloration around my mouth. Underneath my eyes, my bags are literally crazy. So we're going to colour correct all of that underneath the eyes. With this product though, you have to make sure you blend out really fast because this shit dries so quick. But it's really good because once it dries down, it doesn't blend in with the foundation. I definitely have to say that if you wear more like a tinted moisturizer or anything really lightweight, you will still be able to see the orangey tones through it. So you definitely have to make sure that you go in with a more medium to fuller coverage foundation to make sure you can cover up all of this orangeness. God, I literally look like I've got beaten up. Okay, so my corrector is all blended out now. I look crazy. So now we're gonna bring in the coverage. If you guys don't know what color correcting does, basically it helps take away any darkness. You know, sometimes whenever you put on foundation or concealer, you can still see that tint of like blue darkness. So the orange helps counteract that. So it's basically color theory, you know. So the foundation I'm gonna go in with today is the Dior Airflash. So I'm using the shade 311, which is I think 3W0. I could only get this when I was in the States in Sephora. So unfortunately in the UK, I don't think you can get this shade. So you have to make sure you shake it up because if you don't shake it up and you spray it, it comes out like quite clear. So you want to make sure you mix it so that the coverage comes out. And then it's basically like a aerosol mist of foundation. I've done it a couple of ways using this foundation. I sprayed it directly on my cheek. I sprayed it all over before. When you spray it all over, you have to make sure you're wearing one of these because it literally gets all over your hair. But I'm filming an Instagram video while I'm filming my YouTube video, so we're gonna do the most today and I'm gonna spray it on all over. It's like Inception, guys. It's like a YouTube video and an Instagram video, and a YouTube video, you know, all these videos going on at once. I'm gonna hold my breath. Oh my god! What did I just do to myself? Why do I crinkle my face like that? Ah! I look terrible! That was good for the Instagram video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. You see me like this all the time. Why do I crumple my face like this? So I'm going to use my Juno sponge and I'm just going to blend out all of this. I actually have tried this foundation before and it looks very skin-like. I just have to make sure that I shake it up because I always forget and then sometimes the foundation doesn't blend out properly. Okay, so I just added another layer of foundation to give me even more coverage. I literally look blanked out right now because it's all over my lips and my eyebrows. It's actually very messy, this foundation, but I do like the coverage that it gave me. I definitely feel like for me personally, I needed 2 layers of it, especially because I really wanted to cover up all of the orange color corrector underneath. 1 layer was definitely not enough. So yeah, 2 layers. Looks really good. So I'm going to go in with some concealer now. I'm going to use the Mercier Flawless Fusion Longwear Concealer. I haven't used this concealer in so long. I'm going to use a Beauty Blender sponge and just dab that out. Okay, so before everything moves around, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Primed and Poreless powder. It's one of my favourite powders of all time. I'm just lightly setting my foundation just so that when I move on to the next product, which I'm so excited about, it can go on super smooth. Okay, so we're going to move on to the reason why you guys clicked onto this video. I'm going to go in with the brand new Dragun Beauty drop number 2. I am so excited about this box. I was looking online and honestly the images look amazing. Also, this colour of purple is just like chef's kiss. Such a nice lilac-y purple. The category is face. Oh my god, look how beautiful she looks. This packaging is just like gold. Like the hair, the box. It looks so cool. And here she is. This is the new Dragun Beauty face palette. So there's just like some loose hair in here. I thought this was actually a wig, but I think it's just like some hair. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. I'm just gonna set this to the side. Like, this is how cool the box is, guys. Just by itself. Like, I don't even want to throw this away. I am a sucker for good packaging, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the new Dragun Beauty face palette is available on the 7th of October. Okay, so as you guys can see, the face of the palette is actually 3D. It's kind of like an egg shape, which I think is really, really cool. I haven't seen that in a palette before. And I think this is meant to be Nikita Dragun. Whoever she is, she looks amazing. Her liner's on fleek, bitch. Yes. Also, I do have to say that I love the shape of the mirror. How satisfying. Let's do some ASMR. I love that feeling, so satisfying. I actually really love the shape of this mirror because it literally fits your face directly inside. It's very, very cool. I also love the fact that you can flip this palette all the way back as well, and you can lay it down and it's still a little bit elevated because of the 3D design at the back. So we're gonna do some swatches. Okay, so I'm gonna swatch this first shade called Femme, which is a really nice, like, lighter contour shade. I think this would be really nice for lighter skin complexions. And then we have this shade called Surge, which is a really, really deep chocolate. The palette definitely has something for everybody. Like, this is quite a deep contour shade. I think it would be too dark for me personally. I'm going to try it today. But this will be amazing for deeper skin tones. So I love the fact that you have a bit of both. You can even mix the two depending on what skin color you are to make sure you have the perfect contour shade. So this is Surge. And then we have Femme right there. So next I'm going to swatch Tea Girl, which has a bit of like a gold shimmer in it. And then BB Girl. Okay, so these are the swatches. And I'm going to swatch this shade right here, which I've been eyeing up. It's the shade called Silicone. And then we have Fantasy for the highlighter shade. So we're going to swatch the shade Silicone and Fantasy right here. You guys know I'm always a sucker for highlighters. So this is the swatches for the Dragun Beauty face palette. Enough talking, let's try it on the damn skin. Okay, I'm using a brand new brush for this palette. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe M530. It's a brand new sparkling white brush. And I'm going to start with bronzing my face first. So I'm dabbing into Femme. So I like the fact that the palette doesn't create too much fallout, which is amazing. Sometimes I find with bronzing palettes, sometimes it's so dusty. Okay, I'm popping this on my cheek. I like the shade. I was a bit scared that it might be a bit too light for me. I like the fact that it has a bit of warmth, so it could be a bronzer, but it also contours at the same time. And I'm going to go around my forehead as well. It's actually very natural, which I think is really, really nice. For the longest time, I've been looking for a palette that I can take away to travel with me that has a bronzer, that has a highlighter, and it also has a really nice blusher as well. So this could be the palette, guys. Okay, so I'm just putting this on my cheekbone, blending this out. Hey, oh my god, that shade is so nice. It creates such a nice soft contour shade. And then I can also blend it really low down as well to give me a bit more shape. Also, the colour around my forehead is really nice as well. I always love a bronzed forehead. I am a little bit scared to go in this shade called Surge, but we're gonna do it. I'm doing like 2 dabs. I'm so scared. The brush is so dark. It literally looks like I dipped into my eyeshadow shade. Okay, so I'm just gonna contour the back of my cheek. Oh fuck, it's pigmented, bitch. Okay, let me just spread out this contour. Okay, it's definitely too dark for my skin tone, I think, but it has a really good contouring shade, like that perfect shade of shadow. And then I'm gonna go also along my jawline as well. I find it really hard to find a good contour shade for my jawline because I don't want to put bronzer down here. I want it to be quite grey underneath here, so it literally looks like a shadow. So this might be the perfect shade for that, I think. I also do this bit as well, right near my ear, and it gives me more of that like right angle, you know. Okay, I'm a bit worried about this contour. I'm gonna go back in with some Femme, and then I'm just gonna go on top of that just to really blend that in. I feel like by adding that Surge shade, I literally look like I'm sucking in my cheekbones. I'm gonna buff this puppy out. This would be really good for photo shoots. I don't know, day to day it might be a bit too harsh, but I think on camera your cheekbones will literally look so snatched. So I'm blending this Femme shade a bit higher just to make my cheekbone look like it's going directly up. I want some Naomi Campbell cheeks, please. Okay, what do you guys think? Does it look a bit too harsh? I'm not sure. I feel like I need to go in with a bit of face powder. I'm gonna go in the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder. I didn't even know they had a powder, but the powder is fucking amazing. And I'm just gonna lightly buff that on top, just so that it really blends right into that foundation. Oh, I definitely feel like this shade lifts up my cheekbones. Is it just me? Am I crazy? Okay, now for blusher, I'm gonna go in with this shade called Tea Girl. This is the shade that I definitely would normally go for. Something like a bit peachy, a bit shimmery. This shade is quite powdery though, so you have to make sure you tap off the excess. I definitely have to build up a bit more. It's quite subtle. It just gives you like a soft sheen on your cheeks. So if you like more of a natural blush, like this would be amazing. I feel like I want a bit more blusher though, so I'm going to go in with this shade called Baby Girl or BB Girl. And then I'm just going to add this just to the apples of the cheeks, which I feel like makes a really good combination, like just a bit more pink here and then the other peachy shade just a bit higher. Okay, so this is what the blusher looks like and then no blusher. You guys like? Let me try going with Baby Girl by itself. It's actually a really pretty shade. I don't normally go for blushes this colour shade. It looks really, really nice. By the way, guys, I'm using the Morphe x Jeffree Star JS21 brush. It's really nice and fluffy. You guys can use the code Thuy whenever you shop online at Morphe or in stores as well. Okay, so this is what the matte blusher looks like by itself. It's quite nice. I actually prefer it with a bit more sheen. So I'm going to go in with Tea Girl again. And then just go on top of that. I like my blusher a bit shimmery. I feel like it makes my face kind of light up a bit more. Okay, and now it's time for the highlighter. So excited. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this shade called Silicone. This is using the JS4 brush. Okay, and then I'm going to put this right on top of my cheeks. The pigment initially is a bit chunkier, so you really have to push in. Or maybe use a synthetic brush. This is a natural head brush, so it wouldn't crush the pigments as well as what a synthetic brush would. But the colour is pretty. It's a little bit glittery, but from afar it has a really nice high shine. I'm going to put a bit more highlighter on the other cheek. I don't know if you guys can see, but this highlighter is a bit chunkier compared to the normal highlighters that I normally use. So I really like this shade of gold. It's like that perfect goldeny undertone. Oh, I feel like I'm highlighted for the gods. I feel like it really accentuates this part of my cheek. Okay, I'm going to put a bit on my cupid's bow. Do the tip of my nose. I also like to put a bit on my forehead as well. I definitely feel like it crushes better with your finger. Okay, I feel like I need to try this shade Fantasy as well, because I feel like the formula of this is a bit different. It's not as chunky compared to Silicone. It's kind of blending like the highlighter into the blusher. I think it's quite cool actually. Oh, I quite like that Fantasy shade. I thought I wouldn't like it, but I feel like it blended in that highlighter because it was so bright into that blusher a bit more. Okay, I feel like I need to contour my nose. So let's try a bit of Femme with one touch of Surge, a very light touch, and a bit more Femme on top. This is my favourite brush for contouring my nose. It's from Dose of Colours. It's like the perfect roundness and it's not too wide as well. Oh, this is a good shade. I like it. It's not too warm. I feel like just that dab of Surge, it just made the colour a bit less warm, a bit more shadowy, which is nice. So I feel like I just need a bit of brightness underneath my eyes. So I'm going to finish off my skin with the Dragun Beauty Transformation Face Powder. I accidentally stood on this palette, so now my mirror's cracked. 7 years bad luck for me, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with these two shades here and lightly press underneath my eyes to give me a bit more brightness. I actually prefer the pink side of the palette. Whenever I use the yellow one, it goes a bit too white underneath my eyes, and I feel like the pink kind of helps with any darkness, so I'm actually surprised that I prefer the pink side. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see underneath my eyes, it just definitely brightens up underneath there. It gives you kind of like a nice face tune kind of effect where you look really, really bright underneath your eyes. Do you see that difference? I just put a bit on my chin and also on the sides of my mouth as well, and a bit in between my eyebrows and my forehead. Okay guys, so this is the finished look, all using the Dragun Beauty products. I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup off camera and I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I just finished off my eyes and I did my hair quickly. I actually used the brand new ABH Norvina Volume 2 collection. It's actually a really, really pretty palette. So if you guys want to see how creative this eye look, it's going on my Instagram. I just filmed a little Instagram video. If you guys haven't seen, I've done a full face of Anastasia Anastasia Beverly Hills testing out the volume 1 from the Novena collection. So I literally just went into natural daylight to see how my skin looks. I do have to say that the highlighter from the Dragun Beauty face palette is quite glittery. In this light, it kind of just looks like a light sheen, but in natural lighting, you can definitely see like little glitter particles, which actually looks really, really pretty. On my cheek, it literally looked so nice, and I love the way that it blended into that fantasy shade as well. Overall, I actually really like this face palette. It's definitely something that I really, really needed. Just a palette that has everything all in one with really, really pretty shades. There isn't any shades that I would say that's really, really bad. The only thing is this Surge shade is a bit too dark for me. I know this shade would be so nice for anyone with a deeper skin tone. So I do feel like this palette is definitely a universal palette. I love the packaging. It's definitely something very unique, and I've never seen anything like this before. The art on this is just so beautiful. I also would still recommend the Dragun Beauty face powder as well. It looks really, really nice underneath the eyes. I do wish that this would come in a shade slightly darker, because I do feel like if you are deeper than me, you would have to use this very, very sparingly because it is super, super brightening. Sometimes I feel like if I use too much of the yellow shade, it can actually look quite white underneath the eyes. Also, the skin corrector is really, really nice, but you do have to make sure you blend this out super quickly because it sets. And once it's set, it ain't budging nowhere. So if you struggle with like a 5 o'clock shadow, if you've got really, really dark under eyes, this product is amazing for that. Overall, everything that I tried from Dragun Beauty is definitely a thumbs up. Her packaging and the way that she promotes her products and the way that they market the products is definitely so cool. Like all of the visuals and stuff like that definitely catches your eye. So congratulations, Nikita. Your products are beautiful. I can't wait to see what other products you are bringing out next. It's like so exciting. I always want to support any blogger or any person on social media that's bringing out their own brand. I just think that's so amazing, and the fact that we do this job just from starting out in our bedroom and then we can bring out like a huge brand just really, really makes my day. It makes me super, super happy, and it's definitely something that I want to support as a fellow blogger. So if there's any other products you guys want me to review on my channel, please let me know down below in the comment section. And that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Enjoy the bloopers. I need a bubble tea break. I'm so thirsty. Be right back. Got my bubble tea, guys. I am obsessed with this brand called Cocoa, and I'm addicted to pudding. So I'm literally like, give me 2 scoops of pudding, please. Who the fuck is knocking on the wall? So I'm gonna go with concealer now. I'm using the Laura Mercier.